Take us here with sports. That shack attack almost fatal earlier tonight, but the Hoosiers prevail.
A total team effort. We'll do it every time. We're going to show you the highlights in just a minute, but let's take you to Fred Khalil, who's been with the Hoosiers all the way. Freddie, how about some reaction after that big win tonight for the Hoosiers?
All righty, Dick Ray, thanks very much. We are live at University Pavilion here in Boise. A 10-point win for the IU Hoosiers. They go back to the Sweet 16, and here are some post-game comments.
They're an excellent team. They'll win. I honestly think they'll win the national championship. But if we won today, I thought we'd have won it.
Had he been drinking anything between when he came in here and after the game? I mean, could you detect any glaze over his eyes or anything? Was this a...
No more than usual.
There's a time when I would have done something with that comment. You know?
Well, I'm glad the game's over. I mean, he's a tremendous player. He's just so huge, and I had a heck of a time stopping him. I was just out there hacking him up, hoping for the best. And he's a tremendous player, and he's going to be a great one. He put on a pretty good show tonight.
Did all right. Yeah, you got to take it to the shack. If you stay 2-3 feet away from him, he's going to block your shot. But if you take it at him, shot fake, go around him, it lessens his chances of, trying to block your shot. So that's what I try to do.
We had good help on him and basically had good position on him the whole game. And we played real hard on him all night.
Is he a load?
Oh, you saw when he threw me halfway across the lane on that one 3-point play. Yeah, he's pretty strong.
Matt Nover and Eric Anderson teaming up to try and stop the Shack. At least they slowed him down in parts of the game, Dick. Now it is Florida State in Albuquerque in the West Regional from the pit.
All right, Freddie, we'll see you back here tomorrow night on Sports Locker with more on the Hoosiers as they get set for this Sweet 16. Well, there was no stopping college basketball's dominant player when Shaquille O'Neal stepped onto the court against Indiana, but the Hoosiers came up with a way to beat his LSU Tigers and advance on to Albuquerque and the Sweet 16 of the NCAA. The coaches have pretty much calmed down their relationship, things back to normal, they're buddies again. Shaquille O'Neal helped LSU off to a 14-point lead, 36 points, and 14 boards in the game. Look at him dominate the inside, and they get the break going. Clarence Caesar with the score as they save it back inbounds. Looked like the Hoosiers might be in for a long night, but Eric Anderson off the bench hits a three, part of a 14-5 run. The Hoosiers pull back to within 5. Calvert Chaney, great play here, over his head, over Shaquille. The Hoosiers up by 8. IU running out the clock in the final seconds. A huge win for the Hoosiers, 89-79. Indiana will move on in the tournament. Indiana's next opponent also came from behind to move on to Albuquerque. And like the Hoosiers, Florida State had to overcome a dominating big man inside. Georgetown's Alonzo Mourning, who got into foul problems today in the first game in Boise. The lob pass inside for Alonzo. He scores on the jam. Doug Edwards with the inside shot and foul for Florida State, who come from behind down 11 points. 15 points and 16 boards for Edwards. Sam Castle with the dribble inside, reverse layup. He had 19. And Castle with the 3 to finish off the Hoyas. It's a big win for Florida State, 78-68. I want to show you a dramatic ending to another game involving Georgia Tech and USC coming up on the highlight sequence here. James Forrest with less than a second to go gets the inbound pass for Georgia Tech, puts it up, bingo. And there's the upset win, 79-78. Georgia Tech moving on. There's the Florida State score we told you about. In the Midwest, it's Memphis State advancing with a 2-point win over Arkansas. There's the Georgia Tech game we just told you about. In the Southeast, Eric Montross and company advance on to the Sweet 16. Ohio State gets a big game out of Jimmy Jackson. They were trailing early against Connecticut, but they hold on to win. And in the East, Duke holds off a stiff challenge late by Iowa, and Seton Hall knocking off Missouri. Here's our lineup for tomorrow on Wish TV. In case you're wondering what games we will be emphasizing the most, you'll see most of the Big Ten teams, Michigan State and Cincinnati, along with the Wolverines taking on that surprising East Tennessee State team. And then it's UCLA, the team that the Hoosiers may face down the road, taking on Louisville. Well, 4 high school basketball teams are headed to the Hoosier Dome for next weekend's Final Four. Highlights coming up from 3 of the 4 semi-states in Indiana, including Hinkle, where Vince Welch was tonight.
The Hinkle jinx is over for the Richmond Red Devils. I'm Vince Welch. One of the teams going to the Final Four is from the east part of Indiana. We'll have the story just ahead.
Welcome back. The high school Final Four will be without the state's top-ranked team. Ben Davis took care of Anderson in this morning's opener in the Hinkle semi-state. But to get to the Hoosier Dome, the Giants had to get past 12th-ranked Richmond in the nightcap. Vince Welch tells us who survives.
Unlike the afternoon victory, Ben Davis gains the upper hand with the inside game. Damon Parks scoring 18 in the first half. Richmond plays catch-up until a Chad Austin basket early in the second. And although the Red Devils deliver flashes of brilliance, the Giants are up 3 at the break. In the third, 2 ties and 3 lead changes. BD cutting the Richmond advantage to 1 on a press-breaking jam by Parks, sending us to the fourth quarter. The Giants open the period with a Micah Reed bucket. Richmond counters with Derek Thompson, who tops the Devils with 22. The two teams trade baskets, and we go right to the finish. Less than 2 minutes to the Final Four, and the question remains, will Ben Davis's weary legs hold up for another couple of minutes, or will Richmond finally break the Hinkle jinx? Either way, you can bet it's going to be an exciting finish. We're tied at 76. It comes down to 2 possessions. Scott George missing with 17 seconds. The Red Devils grabbing the board and calling timeout. With 14 ticks of the clock, Red Devils holding for the game winner. Chad Austin misfires. The rebound kicks out to senior Billy Wright, who pulls up for the 3. He hits 79-76 Richmond.
We called the play, but it didn't turn out the play we wanted, but he hit the 3. He's the all-star, you bet. And Chad Austin, he took a shot. It was a good shot. And somebody made a hustle play, and the ball came out to me, and I just shot it in.
Richmond meets Jeffersonville Saturday at the Hoosier Dome. Vince Welch, Wish TV, Sports 8.
An overtime game for that Jeffersonville team tonight in Terre Haute, taking on Evansville Central. That's Sharon Wilkerson with the nice move to the hoop there for the Red Devils of Jeffersonville. Then on the sequence coming up, it's Earl Madison on the break for Central. A tight game, but it's Jeffersonville cutting down the nets. 55-52, Jeffersonville your winner. And up at Fort Wayne, a dramatic finish there between Kokomo and Warsaw. It was Kokomo up by 1 point. Jason McKenzie with the ball for Warsaw. He goes for the 3-point shot, and he nails it, and it's Warsaw over Kokomo. 46-44 is your final. Warsaw over Kokomo. And one other score to round out our Final Four coverage. Greg Schornstein had 29 points to lead Lafayette Jeff into the Final Four, their first appearance since 1974. Just so happens that when they were here in 74, so was Jeffersonville. There's your pairings for next week. Richmond and Jeffersonville, and Lafayette Jeff playing Warsaw. Well, the Pacers continue their drive toward the NBA playoffs with another nationally televised game. This time it's the Sixers and Charles Barkley in tomorrow for a showdown at high noon. With a win, the Pacers can move within 2 games of the 500 mark. Orlando taking on the Bulls tonight in Chicago. Sam Vincent with the jumper as the Magic get a big win on the road, 111-108. Michael Jordan takes it strong to the hoop here, but despite making the big-time basket here, it's Orlando winning on the NBA board. New York beats Miami. It's Sacramento by 3 over Houston. And it's San Antonio winning, the Clippers over Denver. And right now it's Utah leading Portland. Got to tell you quickly that the Ice win their game tonight 2-0 over the Fort Wayne Comets. They're in the playoffs if the season was over right now.
Okay, thanks, Dick. You could do stormy weather tonight, I think.
Well, that's for sure. It wasn't look like out there, buddy.
Well, you know, it's officially spring, so what is this snow in the forecast? It doesn't seem right,
Don't give it to us, Ben.
Oh, well, we'll talk about it right after this break.